cat food instead of the game. Krill streak up 1-0.
No, I can vouch. They really don't care. They really don't.
You've been
mind.
watching chat?
Occasionally.
Why would you do that?
Do you not do that during low ink?
No.
I do during low ink.
Okay, so okay, but like during the LAN, like what are they?
What are they saying right now?
Yeah. What? Well, no, I don't really care what they're
Someone
saying.
said they
right
were laughing, crying, like IRL, like actually.
IRL, another IRL person.
Well, no,
There's been a lot of IRL people
there's
today.
An internet person.
Yeah,
that's an internet person. They're in Twitch chat. Don't.
Game
don't exaggerate.
2, we see a double Splatling comp coming out from the 6-pack Yokes, and one of them is a bubbler. Hey, we've been seeing a lot of bubblers here in Waypool.
I like it.
Thermal ink on the heavy edit too.
Do you always like? You guys can't see. He's being so.
I am this animated at
like
home. Yes.
His hand is like touching his monitor.
Yes.
It's crazy.
It is.
Okay.
I'm excited. I like Splatoon. We're having fun today. We're playing Splatoon, baby.
What does thermal ink do?
I didn't hear what you said.
What does thermal ink do? Is that the one see through walls?
Yeah. So if you get hit by the main weapon and you don't die, then yes, like you can see a silhouette of that player. I think until like their damage goes away. I don't know how long it lasts. I don't really use thermal ink that much. But I have seen like long-range Splatlings try to use it sometimes.
I gotcha. No splat coming out from that Trizuka, so 6-pack Yokes is going to have the opportunity now to make a move. Bubbler coming out, but no utility out of it as Camo steamrolls ahead, and there's the weakness of the bubble.
I was like, back up, don't get wiped out. But still, good job by... Okay, so the idea was there. They just lost players before, and then it's like, well, I just popped this bubble, so could you guys, like, not be splatted? And, well, Krill streak went bowling. I think they just got a strike right there on somebody, and that is the floodgates bursting open.
Another pick as Krill Streak continues this lockout here. Now rotating back, looks like Mart trying to find another opportunity, but no Clam's going to be able to come up in the follow-through, though some got close to it. And look how well Krill Streak backing up, recognizing this push is dead for them.
Yes.
And playing a little more
That's
passively.
how you end a push. It's not how you start it, it's how you end it. That's a great view of that wall there, Santa Claus. Thank you there. So we got 3 minutes left to go. Krill Streak, okay, yes, you pop the basket, you score that many points, and you don't lose control of mid. That is chef's kiss how you push in Clam Blitz.
I like the blind Trizuka shot there. That was kind of fun.
Well, yeah, that's how you work with Zuka. It's just...
Oh.
And you're about to see it right now because we got one coming out from Krill Streak who's going to have to stall down this push. As
And the crowd agrees with our big ooh. The whole crowd a little bit disgusted at that one. It's a follow-up from the machine. Yes. It's gonna make sure that that one goes right back to spawn.
I heard Camo on stage scream "Kobe" as they made that shot right there.
Good.
I heard that.
I believe you because you've never lied to me.
I wouldn't. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this game too. 6-pack Yokes has had opportunities to get close, and here's yet another one. They don't have a lot of clams, so that's going to slow them down, and that's going to allow Mark to build up some time to get some soda ready to go for their teammates that are jumping back in. But for anything, 6-pack Yokes is at least getting control of mid. But it's so hard to get like all the special. Okay, they finally got a lot of splash right there as well, but they still have nothing for the objective.
Now the Nautilus set up, that's not Sam. Sam's the other player, but they're backing up themselves, trying to find a way to keep their life, but they're going to go down now. Krill Streak in a great position for another push. They got a full wipe, 2 specials ready to go. The Crab looking to set up in a nice spot, but first just like a little more passively. Maybe they don't want to steamroll in here the way I expected.
Toxic Mist, that's on the mini. This is something we don't see a lot, but it can be really effective in shutting down certain areas, like we just saw right there. At least made that Tri-Slosser think twice about moving up, because it is going to slow them down, going to drain their ink reserves, and it's going to allow 6-pack Yokes to get control of mid right here. The question is, again, like they've had control of mid for a while, and look, even now, they got 3 players splattered on the side of Krill Streak, but as they throw it in, they're going to pop the basket, but they got to deal with the Zuka that's going to be eating up all that bubbler. Is the bubbler going to cancel the Zuka? Looks like it kind of did.
That took so long to pop that basket popcorn.
Really?
They had so many clams, they couldn't find a way to cycle them around. So now a minute left. The game's not over. A minute's enough time to find another push here, but you got to first play defensive against Krill Streak, and we know how good they've been at putting on the pressure.
You got to stop the defense. You got to build up another power clan. Okay, no, they do have a Mercy still, I think. Yeah, I think they still got a Mercy, so they'll find a way to at least extend this one into overtime. But, man, that was your opportunity to do some damage, and they didn't do any damage.
Can we talk about how often Six-Pack Yokes has been tagged? There's not been a moment in this game where Krill Streak hasn't known exactly where all of them are. It's like echolocator. It's crazy.
It's like Thermal Ink, except better. By the way, that Krill Streak using Thermal Ink and the... Like, they want to know where everybody is at all times. And seems to be working at least to this extent. But it's more so the defense they've been showing out right here. So Six-Pack Yokes, last call if they want to find a way to get back into this game, too. They do have the power climb, so we are going to overtime. They do have a splashdown ready to go. Unfortunately, there is a crab from Krill Streak that is literally mowing plays down, and now you got to survive that. You got to force to use your bubble on your own side of the map. That is a GG, and Vowels kind of knows it. Just kind of like slowly walking towards the mid. Let's move on to game 3. Man, so many opportunities for Six-Pack Yokes to do something, and they just couldn't turn the corner.
You're upset.
I'm passionate.
Yeah.
I like these teams.
I'm
I want them both to win.
I don't know how you like commentate
I want
every
this.
time.
Look, I just want this one to go to a game 5.
This must be heart-wrenching.
Oh, it's not.
Commentating must be so difficult for you.
It is.
Yeah.
Especially when I have to deal with your stories about it.
Can you give me another team? Can you give me another team? Can we move on from the time the kid on my block
why would we move on from that? I feel like we need to explore that a little bit.
What do you want to know about Max?
I don't actually know.
Okay. He had a skylight, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever in his home. I'd never seen a skylight before.
He had a skylight?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like in his room?
In his Brooklyn home, he had a skylight.
What does that mean? Like on the ceiling, or?
Like his room was like the top floor, and he had a massive skylight. And it was the first time I had seen natural light indoors like that.
Like a signal, like a spotlight, like calling Batman or something. Or?
No, there was a hole with a window on his ceiling.
A hole with a window on the ceiling.
A skylight. That's what those are called.
Oh, just like a sunroof in his house, in his like room.
Have you never seen a skylight?
No, I haven't seen a skylight.
Pumpkin, have you never been in a room with a skylight?
No, I don't think so.
Whoa.
Well, I probably have been, but not in a house.
Like a mall has those like glass ceilings.
Yeah, but
that's a skylight.
Yeah, but I don't live in that one.
Doughboy's like, you live in a cave?
Please, Doughboy, go live. I'm just getting ridiculed here, left and right.
And then I have to relay
You're doing it to yourself, Bryce. You're talking about you're doxing yourself with these stories. It's turning into that kind of stream, or it already has been. Splat Zone's Mako Mart. Krill Streak looking to get the clean sweep. This is the last game, right? Or this is the last match?
This is our last set, yeah.
Do we know where these, like, what's on the line for these two teams? Like, if somebody wins or move on?
Wave Pool is our, like,
you have to win your group to move on, right?
Yes.
Yes.
But Wave Pool is like just for funsies. It's not.
No. Nothing is just for fun.
Okay, that's
this is a tournament.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct. I forgot.
But we're not just like, oh, let's just play this game for the sake of playing. No, like we're going to determine a winner and a loser.
Maybe this is why I was never cut out to play the game. Because I was like, okay, guys, we're gonna play this tournament. It's gonna be fun. What could you possibly be writing down?
I'm just making notes.
Can I see?
By the way, that's Fusion over there in the yellow skirt on the right. I didn't recognize. I saw Fusion at the beginning of the day. I didn't recognize who they were, and then they finally pulled like the hair out of their eyes, and I was like, oh, that's who that is.
Can you tell me what you're taking notes on? You've been doing this the whole set.
I'll tell you later. Like, it's a note for something to bring up later.
To ask me about off-cast?
I didn't even bring up Hypercube. They ran the Jeopardy thing yesterday.
Oh, that was Hypercube?
Yeah, that was Hypercube.
I love Hypercube.
Yeah. I didn't know. Okay, so if you haven't seen pics on Twitter about this yet, there was like a Jeopardy tournament at the Fire Pit, and it was run by Hypercube, and it was lit. Apparently, it was something that was set up months ago, and I never knew about it. That's Thermal Ink on the Hydra that's got point sensor as well. So,
is that something that makes sense to you?
This is double point sensor that they're running right here. You know what? When you get a wipeout on the team, does it really matter? Like,
what?
We're commentating this Splatoon match, Brush. Would you like to
What
chime
do you mean
in?
does it really matter? You got to wipe
They're
out.
running double point sensor, is what I'm pointing out.
Yes.
So that's 2 non-lethals from your subs that you got right there. But still, even with that lack, they're still getting all the splats they need until just now where Six-Pack Yokes gets control of the zone. Should find a way to get a small lead.
Okay, so now with no subs, my question is how do you break back into zone? You have to use specials. You can't find a cheeky little splat bomb pick, and that means that every single time you take damage, you're risking not being able to break back in. That pick's going to be huge, though, and there's the special. So 2 picks are going to come out, and Krillstreak's going to find a way back in.
Yeah, but Krillstreak's got a Carbon, and this is the de facto Carbon map.
I don't know. I like the Tri-Slosher pick here. I really do.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, Slosher machines are really good, but Carbon... The goal for Krillstreak is to let their Carbon player get set up and start mowing some players down. The goal for Six-Pack Yokes is to send their Tri-Slosher in to try to do something and maybe hope this Inkjet doesn't just get mowed down, which it doesn't.
Mowed down it does. Now Krillstreak continues their lead here. I like the dualies here. Once again, just charging your special, understanding you don't need to overextend to win this game. Now a pick is going to come out in favor of our Six-Pack. They're trying to break back in. Juice online, but they're all bunched up, so a special here could be deadly. Krillstreak doesn't have any utility in a trade on Milk. That's the Carbon roller down. You can break back in his zone. 20 ticks if they can find the cap, but oh, it's still back and forth.
It is, but if Krillstreak can get the cap here, they'll get the win, but they don't. In fact, Six-Pack Yokes gets control of the zone, and they eliminate the vast majority of Krillstreak players on top of it. Things looking pretty good right now. So Krillstreak, or Six-Pack Yokes, I should say, now in a good position. They get rid of their penalty points. They can get set up. They can build up their specials. They can create a situation right here where they get the KO.
Rain coming through zone. That actually does a good job forcing some players on Six-Pack Yokes back now to follow up from...
That was the thermal leak. Did you see it? You didn't see it. Okay, you didn't see it. It was shown on screen for that player that was down on the ledge. You saw like their silhouette through the walls. Anyways, I'll point it out again if they actually show it right there. Camo on the Carbon roller isn't able to get control of the zone. Does get a trade. This edit's doing a good job of keeping control of the zone, but Six-Pack Yokes still got 2 minutes to work with.
20 ticks now, and that means 15 penalty points and just a cool 30 more to have the lead. Six-Pack Yokes in a great spot to take this lead back with 2 minutes remaining. Specials online, finds 2 picks. Those are huge in this moment. All you need is to stagger a little bit longer. Another pick comes out. Now only 10 more to find the lead in just a moment. This is a great position to be in for Six-Pack Yokes.
It comes down to this Zuka right here from the Carbon. Can they get some sort of cheeky play onto the zone combined with this rain? It is not. Six-Pack Yokes gets the lead. Can they get the KO, though? They're in a good position to force Krillstreak to rush into them, and they can punish it, and there's nothing they can really do, not even bothering to pop the crab. Six-Pack Yokes.
They're so
hold
excited.
Serve. They get a win on stream.
Krillstreak over their shoulder, happy for Six-Pack Yokes. I don't know if you saw
did they
that.
turn around and clap?
Yeah, they went, yeah, they went, we love it. Like, we can't.
No,
This
is not for fun.
They're so mean. They're like, we didn't come here to win. We came here
We're
for fun.
so happy for
we
you.
came here to fun.
No, this is a tournament. I refuse sportsmanship. We cannot allow that here.
Okay, where's the line of screaming at a station before it's like, okay, maybe we chill a little bit?
I think a lot of people don't know they're actually screaming, honestly. I think people get to a station. You're talking about like players just like screaming in general. Okay, you put on these headsets and you like disassociate from the real world that's around. There's like 900 people in this room. And it feels like it's just you and your teammates in there. So you get like locked into that, and then you'll start like screaming as you get hype. And I don't think you realize like the people 5 stations down can hear you, which is like fine. Have you had to tell anybody like, hey,
no,
put a break on it or something?
No. We've just heard some really funny stuff today. We've heard some really great screams.
Hold that thought, because we'll get. See, this is why I'm writing notes so we can reference things later. Funny screams.
Later
is what I'm writing
when?
down.
Like just hanging out?
Yeah. Well, no, like on camera, on the stream.
We have like 20 minutes left.
Yeah, I've seen other commentators take like 30 minutes before they like sign off.
I see.
Yeah.
So we're doing a little podcast.
No, we're not going to do a little podcast. We're just going to keep talking until Doughboy finally just comes on and tells us to stop talking.
Doughboy's like, no. Doughboy's like, we will pull you. Chubb's like, we're going to drag you out of here.
I'm just being prepared I'm a professional, okay? This is what professionals do.
And I've got Twitch chat up, so who's winning? Right, chat? Who's winning?
I don't know. Right now, Krill Streak is currently winning. 2-1.
2-1.
2-1.
2-1.
But Six-Pack Yokes looking to pull off the reverse sweep. Can they do it?
You once said to me, Brush, does it really count as a reverse sweep? It's a best of 5.
No, why? Yeah, it does
said,
count.
You have said this to me. You're like, does it count?
No, I think I said that about best of 3.
You sure?
Yes, I'm 100% sure. Because, like, if you, in theory, if you lose game 1 in a best of 3 and you win, then yes, it's always a reverse sweep, but it's just 2 games. So, like, but yes, if you go up, if you come back from 0-2, that is a reverse sweep.
Are we back on Scorchforge?
We are. Rainmaker. And that is, Milk is doubling down with that carbon.
I like the carbon pick there, and I like it here out of context. Like, out of the context of this set. My question, though, is, like, Krill Streak, I feel like we had something nice going pre-carbon. I think we had a nice thing going on.
I think it just has to come down to the maps and what Milk kind of feels comfortable on. And, I mean, the problem is there's not, like, a ton of paint here that Krill Streak has to work with. So they're going to need to rely on that carbon to just kind of get the splat so that they have the paths that they can lay down because they don't have, like, a ton of painting weapons.
The danger of picking up the Rainmaker first is that you're down 1 player and 1 special, but trying to find a way to capitalize is Krill Streak as they try to find a way to squeeze through here, but the defense is so strong from Six-Pack Yokes, doing a great job staying alive as jumps come back for Krill Streak, and finally the Rainmaker's going to get called out. But a nice trade there. Hypercube goes down in the process. That's
just 1 minute gone by, and not a whole lot has happened right now. Nobody's really... good defense by Six-Pack Yokes to keep Krill Streak from getting that first checkpoint, but they do have the man advantage, or they did have the man advantage, and it's kind of hard to like turn these corners with this awkward kind of thing in mid right now, but nicely done right here. Who's this, Camo?
Yeah.
That's Camo.
I like every time I see a nice little 2-hit, 2 crits, it's the
like
best
that?
sound of the
like
world!
That?
And the carbon!
Like
oh my god!
Like that?
And steamrolling ahead will be Krill Streak if they don't get called out there by the splatter shot, and they're gonna go down. They're finding a nice trade out of it. Krill Streak, they have so much time, so much room if they want to continue this push.
And good use of the Toxic Mist right here by Six-Pack Yokes. Yes, coming out of the Vanilla Tri-Slosher to at least make sure if they grab the Rainmaker, it's gonna slow down this opportunity because Krill Streak had a chance right there to do some real damage. Instead, the push ends right here. Six-Pack Yokes, 3 minutes to work with, and they're starting to move up in mid. I don't like Val's kind of moving here by themselves. I'd like to see some other players start to push up and find some ways to get some 2v1s. Instead, Krill Streak is getting the 2v1s, and they're going to reclaim control of mid, at least for now.
I'm not sure that Rainmaker is pop gun. I think Krill Streak sees this, and they want straight in. I think Milk wants it real bad, but the reset's going to come out. It was popped.
What did you say you like Carbon here in out of context?
I like Carbon here, not in the context, but I eat them. I eat my words.
The context that Krill Streak is putting out right here, specifically Milk, is that it's just really good at bashing players on the head and sending them back to spawn for it. Krill Streak, with 2 players down on the side of Six-Pack Yokes, is smelling a victory around the corner if they can get a huge push off of this. Toxic Mist being thrown down yet again to at least try to slow some things down, but Krill Streak inching ever closer to getting more and more points out here that will add to their lead and make it a much more comfortable situation. And there it is, slip it past everything. That is all but GG in favor of Krill Streak.
I was going to say, it's a pseudo KO at this point.
Yeah.
9 ticks in this game. I mean, so difficult to find anything more than that. So Krill Streak, they get to play a little bit more passively here. I'm not saying take their foot off the gas, but definitely get to pump the brakes a little bit, play a little bit more passive, a little bit more collected, stop risking themselves for objective, instead risk themselves for a nice pick.
I would, yeah, if I'm Milk, I'm just going to keep holding forward. Like, they don't have an answer for a Milk right now. So why would I allow them the opportunity to figure some things out? And yes, Zuka does do that. Nicely done by Camo.
You're no fun, you know?
It's Zuka.
I don't care. Did you hear the entire crowd? There are like 300 people out there who got excited for that double.
Well, good for them.
And me.
They are. Yes. Congratulations to you. And congratulations to Camo for getting that splat. Meanwhile, Six-Pack Yokes still don't have an answer.
A minute left now as one of the 2 players of the special on Krill Streak goes down. Camo able to jump out with the other. Now it's Trizuga online, finding a nice little... A nice pick, Popgun. It was a nice pick on the Rainmaker. Some people.
It was a good pick on the Rainmaker. Okay, is Milk just invulnerable right now? What is going on?
Yeah, we'll take a look at that switch after
Yeah,
this
we
game,
need to check
just in
out that
case.
switch. Like that
Yeah, maybe a mod controller going on.
Also, how did they not pick up the Rainmaker right there? Ginger snap. Yeah, I mean, look, they took our advice to heart. Just let Milk do Milk things, which is...
I feel like the first time I was at a LAN, the thing I really heard often was like, you gotta respect like that some of these weapons that struggle online get to do better here. And I wrote it off. I was like, that's so BS.
Yeah.
But
Then you play it.
Milk here is like, what is going on? It's like 8 picks back to back.
You're playing Splatoon for the first time right now. By the way, 6-pack Yokes.
Breaks a checkpoint.
They do break the checkpoint, explode in the process, but this game's still technically not over unless
I need to see this backwards good roll here.
Krill streak wins 3-1.
3-1.
And they celebrate not for their opponent winning, but for
Oh,
themselves.
no, we do! Let's go!
Look, the fist pump. The fist pump between both teams.
I respect
Nice.
this. I like this a lot.
Nicely
actually.
done.
This is good. We foster healthy environments here at Splatlands.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And as we see a little bit of fist bumping going on across this whole. Congrats to both teams. They won the LAN. They did. Not the tournament.
Well, hold on.
But like the heart of the LAN.
Yeah.
The heart of the people.
Yeah, the heart of the people.
The heart of the people. That's all that this is. That's what's really on the line.
Yeah, the
here.
heart of the land.
Has Starburst ever won the heart of the people? I don't think
What's
so.
that one clip of Kyo screaming? That I feel like won the heart of a lot of people.
Which one? How about the div? You're
The
a div
one,
4?
Yeah, the stand up and point at was it Basil?
Oh, you had to bring that up.
That's like the LAN moment. I feel like you can't get through the
No,
LAN without
this
thinking
is the LAN moment. Krill Streak and 6-pack Yokes have just created the LAN moment by being awesome.
Wow.
That's great.
We're telling very different stories about LANs right now.
We are.
Yeah.
We've been telling a lot of different stories, actually, Rush. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but...
I watched some of the games.
Okay, so we are going to start the sign-off process. We are the head TOs for Low Ink.
It's
correct?
true.
That is a tournament that is run on the channel that you are watching right now.
It's true.
If you type in
play.iplabs.inc/li
in your URL right now, you can play in a low-level tournament designed for teams that are newer-ish to the scene.
What's going on here?
We're plugging Low Ink.
We're plugging Low Ink.
We are the head TOs for Low Ink.
It's true.
You don't want to talk about it?
I feel like
You
they
know,
know.
okay, I got a beef with you because people have been coming up to me. So you brought the ban from Low Ink certificates here to give out to people. So people have been coming up to you, and they told you that they want a certificate.
It's true.
And you told them to come find me. So people have been coming up to me and saying that. And I was like, I don't know what Brush is talking about.
You said everyone who gets a certificate needs a photo with both of us.
Yes.
And I said, find Popgun, bring him to me, we'll take a photo.
That's not what people have been telling me.
People
they said
have been
that
leaving out half the story.
they've been saying they need to find me like I'm Waldo. And then just like, I'm going to
And they're
magically
worried.
give them a certificate, which
And
I don't have.
It just comes out.
So you've been, okay, so people have to find us and get a photo, because we want to get a photo of us, like, handing them that
I
and
think
like
it's like the
shaking their
check,
hand.
right? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So that's what we want to go with. there.
For sure.
So I'm glad we got that cleared up. Play Low Ink. It's a great tournament. And yes, as you brought up, the amount of people that are in this room, which doesn't work to the audience at home because you can't see anybody in this room other than us right now. The amount of people in this room right now is how big it would be if everybody in Low Ink was in person, because we get about 900 to 1,000 people sign up for that event. It is a lot.
It's so many
It is an
people.
event you should be playing in, or at least watching. It takes place next weekend.
Popgun, it's so many people.
It is.
It's so many. I didn't realize it. Like, I knew it. Like, I like to brag. I'll be like, oh, yeah, I run the big. So many
We
people.
run.
Well,
that
hold
big.
on. When I'm
And
bragging
Holland.
to my friends, I go, I run it.
Your friends, which one? Which friends? Are we talking about the ones with the
I'm
what
talking about
friends
the ones,
are you
talking about the ones who
Rush?
come into my dorm and see 3 Splatoon posters
By the
and
way-
go, who are you?
By the way, you're talking about your childhood. You are so young. This was like a decade ago. Like this
more,
isn't
more.
Okay,
I
because
was like
this
5
isn't
or 6.
Okay,
No.
Still, this is
No. Well,
this isn't like some long lost
this
time.
was at
in the
least
past.
10 years ago. I will say that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's still
more
really
than half
recent.
my life ago.
Oh boy,
Yeah, how do you feel?
I feel fine. I feel good.
Yeah. You just plugged the link.
Yes. And you didn't help. You got a thing to plug. MomoCon.
Oh, I do have a thing to plug.
You gotta plug MomoCon. You
I'm
told
so
me about it
sorry.
before we
Hold
went
on,
live.
I have to find the ad read on my phone.
Okay.
Hold on, Discord app is so slow.
Yes,
Hey,
it is.
MomoCon. Splatoon 3 is coming to MomoCon, courtesy of Splatlands, the same group of organizers here today.
You don't say.
It's, well, I don't know. Someone else could do it also, I guess.
Yes.
It's in Atlanta, Georgia, happening May 24th and 26th. I don't know if you've seen the commentary graphic.
I have.
It's like a movie poster where all the people. It's awesome. I love it.
It is RZA, Siren, Shiny Hunter, Zach, and Nox are the four
Great
commentators.
crew.
Yes.
Great